Been talking about this morning. You had the announcement about the airports reopening at noon. We have several reports of grocery stores reopening. So even though their conditions are still very dangerous in certain parts out there, things are trying to return to normal.
Which is good. I mean, I feel like a lot of people right now are just itching to get out of the house. But as you just saw, roads are still dangerous, especially in those shaded areas. We do want to check on some of the roads in Mobile, and that's where we find our Fox 10 News reporter, Stephen Moody. Stephen, where are you this morning?
Good morning, guys. I've made my way down Cottage Hill Road here. For people who are familiar with this area, this is near the Stotts Park area, so a lot of businesses. And I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around and just show you these conditions. Now, with the sun being out and these temperatures slowly rising above freezing, we're starting to see more of this ice melting. However, that doesn't mean that we are in the clear yet, because that still means that the roads are slushy. Some of these roads are impassable, and some of these roads are still frozen. So if you're headed down any of these roads, this is what you're going to have to expect for the rest of the afternoon. We actually had some video from earlier. We've been driving coast, and you're going to see the conditions in some of these areas. We went through places like Gerby Road, where police were turning people around, and we also went down another area at Cottage Hill Road near apartment complexes and near several businesses where they also had to turn several cars around. So this is just the conditions that we're seeing as the traffic is increasing. Now, the last couple of days, people have done a good job of actually staying inside, either because they didn't have to go outside or because they were stuck. But today, like you guys have been mentioning, with businesses opening, more places opening, and people needing to either go to work or go to the store, we're seeing more traffic out here. So thankfully, people are, for the most part, driving carefully. They're keeping their distance from other cars. They're also driving slow when it comes to these little hills here and these bridges as well. They're all taking our advice, and that's all good, because this is going to be something that we're going to have to deal with for the rest of the afternoon. Now, our commute wasn't as bad as it was a day ago, and that was good, and hopefully that's the same for these people who are on the roadways. Now, here's another thing. If you're going to be driving on these roads, just be cautious that there are going to be crews out here working to clear some of this snow and some of this ice off of the roadways. We know the city of Mobile has been working to clear some of these roads. Also, be clear of the Mobile police officers. Some of them are parked in the road just to make sure that no one passes these closed roads and they stay safe. So if you see crews or if you see other vehicles that are in the roadway, just slow down, give yourself time to turn around. That is all that we can bring you from our area. We're also staying safe. We're heading back to the station now, so when we get back, we'll be able to see how.
All right, Stephen, thank you. Again, they were in West Mobile. You guys be safe heading back home. And what a difference 24 hours can make. That's what Stephen was saying. We want to show you the look from this morning, though. Check out this video from our chief photographer, Randy Lowe. He shot this on his way to work this morning. This is Baldwin County, County Road 54 between Silver Hill and Bell Forest. You can see that this area of road is completely covered in ice. So some of the more traffic areas, like where Stephen just was, I-65, some areas of I-10 in Mobile County are seeing a lot of defrost. This is not the case, because as Jen has been saying all morning, and Nicholas as well, trees are covering that sunshine isn't able to melt as well as it is in other places. So we do want you to be careful. I can confirm that Randy made it to work safely this morning. But again, this is the situation in some areas, unlike what we were just seeing in West Mobile with Stephen.
And continuing the conversation and the warnings, Mobile County officials do want us to warn you about their public safety alert regarding black ice. Black ice forms when moisture rapidly freezes, creating a thin layer of ice that's invisible while driving, and that can cause your vehicle to spin out and possibly crash. Grelot Road at Schillinger Road in Mobile was closed after cars had issues with the snow and black ice. Mobile police closed Spring Hill Avenue between McGregor and PFC John D. New Street after they had to help 6 drivers in the area. A lot of people taking the road less traveled as a matter of safety and walking along the sidewalks.
It's too slippery outside, so I'd rather just walk. Yesterday we kind of walked a bunch. I know, especially yesterday, the roads were real iced.
Yeah, not telling you to not walk outside. Just be safe, because we do have several reports of people slipping and falling as well. The Alabama Department of Transportation has been working to clear more roads. Crews spent the day plowing and treating where they could. Unlike places in the north, AlDOT doesn't have a lot of snow removal equipment. AlDOT spokesman James Gordon says the agency does have 5 plow attachments. Trucks have been pushing snow off of major roads, and Gordon says AlDOT brought in additional equipment from other regions. Beyond that, AlDOT crews are laying down a mixture of sand and a de-icer called calcium magnesium acetate. That's designed to break up ice specifically and prevent it from forming after snow melts. Gordon says it's still going to be tricky navigating these roads for the next couple of days.
That's also important to remember, is that if you do travel, that you only travel on that lane that's been cleared, and typically that's the right lane of a state highway or the right lane of an interstate. That's where you need to stay if you're going to be traveling.
And again, transportation officials are urging caution. Continue to stay off the roads if you can. Gordon says by later tomorrow, traffic should be flowing much better.